What's going on, fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today, as you can tell from the title, I'm bringing you my best fall cheapie fragrances. That's right, these are going to be my top 10 cheap fragrances for the fall of 2022. So if you want to see what this list is all about, be sure and keep it right here. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances, where we talk everything fragrance related. We're doing top 10 videos, we're doing seasonal videos, we're doing weekly fragrance rotations, fragrance reviews, interviews, everything that encompasses fragrances you can find right here. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, be sure and hit that red subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support you have shown this channel. So man, how long has it been, guys? It's been almost a month since I've been able to do a video. I do apologize. I am, real. I'm not like a Bigfoot or a unicorn, random spottings, here and there. I do exist, but my business is really taking off, guys, and we're honestly like super booked, so which is a really good problem to have. So let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, guys, so starting off the list, these are no particular order. These are just 10 fragrances that are under 50 bucks. 50 bucks is, around the cutoff point where I would say, something goes from being inexpensive to, yeah, I mean, it's not exactly breaking the bank, but it's not exactly considered a cheapie. So all these fragrances can be found for under 50 bucks. But what fragrance am I talking about, guys? This is Halloween Man X, and man, oh man, what a fragrance this is. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. I wore this the other day, and for the first time in a while, normally I get that vanillic, kind of chocolatey, almost blue style of a fragrance, but for the first time in a long time, I was able to get that coffee note that's really able to, come through on this fragrance. And
now that's fresh mountain-grown coffee from the hills of Colombia.
This fragrance, in past wearings, maybe my skin chemistry, who knows, maybe my nose was clogged, but whatever the case was, I was able to get that coffee vibe that really came out on this, and it was an absolute dream of a wear, guys. This stuff is so good. You can find this all day long for under 45 bucks, depending on where you shop it around, and different coupon codes, guys. This is an awesome fragrance. If you like a gourmand, dark, chocolatey, sweet, vanillic, but at the same time almost kind of has this fresh blue style type of vibe to it, this is definitely something that you need to check out. Like I said, under 45 bucks depending on where you shop it, guys. This is an amazing fall time, in my opinion, must have. This is a must have in my opinion, guys. Halloween Man X definitely had to make this list. Alright guys, so moving right along with the list. If you guys like Layton, you guys like the Parfums de Marly Layton vibe, but you don't want to fork over the $300, I got you covered, guys. I got you. What fragrance am I talking about? This has definitely been making the rounds, guys. This is Detar Noir. This is ridiculous, guys. This is Layton on a budget. Like, this smells one-to-one, in my opinion, in the dry down, like Parfums de Marly Layton. If you guys like that apple, vanillic, woody, spicy type of a fragrance, but here's the even better thing. If the opening of Layton can be kind of polarizing, if you're one of those guys that the opening on Layton just doesn't do it for you, this takes that away. It takes that kind of mentholy Vicks Vapor Rub vibe that a lot of guys, including myself, really get. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't really like the opening on Layton. In fact, it lasts too long to where I really can't enjoy the fragrance. Well, I said the older batches. The newer batches, it's a lot more mentholy. The older ones, I had like a 2015 or 16 batch, and it wasn't quite as Vicks Vapor Rub. But from like 2017 on, I just couldn't quite enjoy it enough. So I think I've had 3 bottles wound up, selling or trading them away. But this one, it does the job that I need it to do. Smells exactly like Layton, but for a fraction of the cost, guys. And this stuff is a beast. We're talking 10 hours plus, depending on how many sprays you do. Obviously, mileage may vary, but nonetheless, guys, $35 and under, depending on where you shop it. Guys, Detar Noir definitely had to make this list. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list is one of my all-time favorite fragrances, hands down, and it's honestly from one of my favorite houses. Not only are they, an amazing house with great product, but they're always at an affordable price, guys. What am I talking about? This one is Mont Blanc. This is Mont Blanc Legend Night, and what a freaking fragrance this is, guys. Absolutely love this stuff. If you guys like honey, warm, spicy, vanillic tobacco, this is definitely the way to go. Now, people do say this gets compared to Armani Code Profumo. I can kind of see that. It's got that kind of similar vibe, but I actually get more of a designer take on Parfums de Marly Herod. Obviously, the quality is going to be way better on Herod than this, but this is still a very, very good fragrance. Warm, honey, spicy tobacco, but there's a bit of a creamy undertone this gets. And honestly, I don't know what people say, I don't see why people say they don't get good performance off of this. I actually get 7 to 8 hours, just depending on how many sprays I do. Sometimes I'll go heavy, I'll do 7 to 8 sprays, but it's going to last me all day, so I don't need to worry about reapplying. Guys, Mont Blanc Legend Night, if you guys like those warm, spicy, honey, tobacco, vanilla style of fragrances, this is something that you definitely need to get your nose on, guys. This one will be up in the words 40, 45, somewhere in there for the 3.4 ounce, but if you guys get the smaller, you can get it for around 28 bucks, guys. You really can't go wrong with this stuff. Mont Blanc Legend Night had to make this list. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list, you all know me. If you've been a part of the channel for any length of time, y'all know that I love the barbershop style fragrances, so I had to include a barbershop on here. This is one of my favorite cheapie barber style fragrances. Absolutely amazing, guys. Fall, in my opinion, is the best time to wear this. This is a Zaharoff Pour Homme, and this stuff, like I said, barbershop, gentleman, fougere, creamy lavender, a little bit of spice in here. It does have a bit of a spicy kick to it. It's so good though, and this stuff, it will last all day long. I'm talking 6 to 8 hours depending on how many sprays you do. This stuff is kind of a beast off my skin, not gonna lie. I went with, I want to say 5 or 6 sprays last fall, actually. Yeah, last fall I wore this to work, and my business partner, he was like, man, what are you wearing? That smells fantastic. And I didn't even think he could smell it, but he was like, no, it smells really good, really strong, really masculine. What is that? And so obviously it was the Zaharoff Pour Homme. He actually wound up getting a little sample of it. He loves it, guys. This stuff, if you like the barbershop style fragrances, this is definitely something to get your nose on. Now, the prices do fluctuate a little bit with this one. I have seen this, a little bit above 50 for the 3.4 ounce, but at the recording of this video, it is, I want to say it was like around 42, 45, somewhere in there. I'll find a picture of the price and leave it for you guys. But guys, barbershop in a bottle with a little bit of a, woody, spicy kind of amped up tone to it. Absolutely amazing. Dries down phenomenal, guys. The dry down this creamy lavender, you really can't beat it, guys. Zaharoff Pour Homme. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. It's also one of my wife's all-time favorite fragrances. This is such an amazing fall and winter time fragrance, and for the price, you really can't beat it, guys. What am I talking about? This is Hugo Boss. This is Boss Bottle number 6. Now, the reason why I went with this one over the Intense is because the Intense is discontinued. It's a little harder to find. You can still find it, but it's definitely not going to be for under 50 bucks. So this one, however, you can find all day long for around that $38, $40 range, depending on where you shop it at and coupon codes, guys. This stuff, warm apple pie spice dessert I don't know what dessert is, but dessert all day long, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. You get this bright, fresh green apple in the opening, but then quickly dries down into like this warm, spicy cinnamon, almost nutmeg kind of a fragrance, guys. Very, very good for the fall time. It just makes you think. It has fall vibes to it. Like, it really does smell like a warm apple pie. And I wore this to Thanksgiving a couple years back, and man, it hit the spot. It's almost gourmand like, in my opinion. Very, very, very well done. It does kind of have a 90s throwback. This was released, I want to say 96, 97, somewhere in there. So it kind of dated in a sense, but it doesn't smell dated, if that makes sense. Guys, Boss Bottled number 6, an amazing fragrance. If you haven't got your nose on it, what are you doing? Get it, FragranceNet, fragrance.ca, Fragrance Buy, places like that, guys. They're going to have it readily available. Hugo Boss Bottled number 6, definitely had to make this list. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list is no stranger to this channel or, you know, the fragrance community for that matter. This stuff is, you know, kind of been labeled as one of the best fall cheapie fragrances you can get, and especially if you can get, you know, a full-size bottle, don't hesitate on it, guys. Coming from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, this is Ferragamo F Black. And this stuff, you know, with as dark and kind of woody, leathery, spicy as it is, there is a bit of a freshness to it, which is what I love about this fragrance. No one really talks about that citrus that's in here. It's not a very, you know, like tropical citrus by any means, but there is a bit of a citrus in here that does give it a little bit of a lighter kind of style in the opening. As you dry down, obviously you get the darker tones that come out. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. All day long, you can get a big bottle for like 28 bucks. You really can't beat that. I got this because that's all they had, but I wanted to get it in my collection. This I think was like 17 bucks, this little 50 ml. You really can't go wrong. And honestly, guys, for the price, you really can't beat the longevity. You're going to be getting 7 to 8 hours. I mean, what more can you guys want? This stuff, absolutely phenomenal. Love this stuff. I actually need to start wearing it more. I did wear it quite a bit last fall, haven't reached for it yet. Maybe it'll make it into a fragrance rotation. So Salvatore Ferragamo F Black definitely had to make this list. All right, guys, so coming in at the next spot, this is honestly one of my all-time favorite fragrances. I'm so glad that I got this in my collection. Shout out to JP from JP Frags for sending this my way. Absolutely phenomenal fragrance, guys, coming from the house of Mont Blanc yet again. This is Mont Blanc and this is Presence. And guys, this is one that for some reason is just slept on. No one talks about this. I know I've talked about it, obviously. Bowtie Fragrance Guy, he's talked about it a couple times, but this is a hidden gem, guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. You get these warm, spicy cinnamon, very woody, almost chestnut kind of style in the opening, but as it dries down, there's almost this like lavender. Oh, there is lavender, but there's like this lavendery barbershop kind of scent that comes into it. Don't think of like a traditional barber style or barbershop style of fragrance. It does kind of have that, you know, tucked away in the background, but there's almost this gentleman fougere elegance kind of way about this fragrance. Absolutely stunning, guys. Super good for the cooler weather. This is a great fall date night fragrance, guys. Very sexy, very masculine, you know, very unforgiving. It's an all-day wear. At least that's, you know, my story with this fragrance. I do get all day's wear out of this stuff. Guys, it honestly smells niche. I know that sounds crazy. I don't know if you remember the video where me and Chris Fox, you know, did a little smell where niche or designer, he actually said that this smelled like niche. Guys, it's a really darn good fragrance. I think this is Mont Blanc's first fragrance. This was launched back in 2001. Could be wrong, but nonetheless, guys, get your nose on this stuff. Absolutely fantastic. You won't be disappointed, especially if you like cinnamon, heliotrope, woody kind of dark resins, but you also get this, there's a kind of a freshness to it. I believe there's star anise in here, so almost kind of a licorice style of fragrance to it. Very, very good, guys. Mont Blanc Presence. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list, this is from one of my favorite houses as well. I don't know why no one talks about this. It's so slept on. Guys, I've told you time and time and time again, get your nose on this fragrance house, guys. It is absolutely amazing. What am I talking about, guys? This is Mandarina Duck, and this is the original black. So good, guys. If you, man, it is so good, guys. For $25 off Amazon, guys, it is a very, very good citrusy, woody, vanillic, oriental style of fragrance. If you guys like orange, if you guys like vanilla, if you guys like kind of this tobacco, woody style of fragrance, this is something that you need to get your nose on. I've gotten so many people onto this fragrance. I've gotten, I want to say 3 or 4 different people, including Chris Fox. I got him onto the black and white. Absolutely loves it, guys. For 25 bucks, you really can't go wrong. It's not going to be the strongest projector. You're not going to be, you know, that guy just, you know, blowing people out of the room, but it does make its presence known, and it's a very good date night, very good, you know, going out kind of a fragrance. And I mean, it's kind of a casual wear, don't get me wrong, you can wear it casually, but to me, it invokes just kind of this night out on the town, you know, going out, maybe you're doing, you know, going on a date, going to hang out with the boys, something like that. It is absolutely phenomenal. So good. Absolutely cannot believe that more people don't talk about this, guys. Mandarina Duck, Mandarina Duck Black from the House of Mandarina. If you guys haven't got your nose on anything they have, you definitely need to. This one had to make the list. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list is another all-time favorite fragrance of mine. Absolutely love this. I consider this a modern style gentleman fragrance. Don't think of like barbershop, but it just has this gentleman, suave, sophisticated vibe about it. Very, very good. Utilizes the notes of dates. Dates is becoming one of my favorite fragrance notes. What am I talking about, guys? From the house of John Varvatos, whatever you want to say. This is the original. And my goodness, guys, why do people not talk about this anymore? This is fan-freaking-tastic. Absolutely phenomenal. You get that date nut in here. You do get some other citruses in here. There's a bit of a suede leather kind of vibe. It's kind of tucked away in here. It's not going to be a leather bound fragrance by any means, but you do get kind of a a darker leathery style kind of vibe tucked away in there. Very creamy, almost kind of like cashmere wood. It's just an amazing fragrance, guys. Very woody, very kind of almost oriental style, if you will. So good, guys. Perfect for a fall date night fragrance, perfect for an office. It's not going to be a loud fragrance by any means, but you will leave a nice little scent trail behind you. In my opinion, it is a modern gentleman fragrance. Don't think of barbershop or fougere. Think of more just well put together, you got your stuff together, guys. John Varvatos, the original, had to make this list. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list is a Creed killer, in my opinion. You don't need, and this is my opinion, I don't think that you need to spend the money on the Creed fragrance whenever you have Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage. Yes, this is their rendition, their interpretation. Oh, that's so good. Their interpretation of Creed Silver Mountain Water. Only, in my opinion, this is far better than the new batches of Creed Silver Mountain Water. And in my opinion, even if you were to track down an older bottle of Creed Silver Mountain Water, we're talking 2013 and before, the amount of money that you pay for that when you can get this for $35, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Like, if you're a collector, obviously I'm a collector, I have lots of Creeds, as you can see right here. I get it. Trust me, I get it. You want to have that in your collection. I literally can't justify it, guys. This smells way too darn close. This is a 1-to-1 in the dry down, in my opinion. It's going to open up. You'll get a little tiny bit of a synthetic opening for the first maybe 30-40 seconds, but that quickly goes away and you get this beautiful tea, creamy, metallic, woody style fragrance. There's a bit of a citrus tone in here. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. This is a beast mode fragrance. I'm talking 5 sprays. You are good all day long. Anything more than that, you're going to be choking people out. You might even give yourself a headache, and this stuff lasts and lasts and lasts. I kid you not, guys. This is, it's so good. Absolutely love this. The wife loves it, so what more can be said about this, guys? Perfect fall. It just makes you think of a cool, rainy, kind of drowsy fall day. This stuff is absolutely amazing, guys. Club de Nuit Sillage. Had to make this list. All right, guys, so we are down to the last fragrance. Like I said, no particular order, but this one, it is quite the performer and it's quite the beast, if you know what I mean, guys. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. This is Oud for Glory. I almost said greatness. It's not Oud for greatness, it's Oud for glory. This is absolutely ridiculous, guys. So Oud for Glory by Lattafa. Shout out to my boy Jeremy over at House of Colossus for, making me get this. Obviously, he didn't twist my arm. Obviously, I decided to spend the money, but the way he talked about it, guys, I mean, he loves his Middle Easterns, and I'm kind of starting to get into Middle Easterns now. I had just got Versace, Darej, however you want to say that. I've gotten this. I've got a couple others. I got the Detar Noir. I mean, who knows what's going on there. But, guys, this stuff, if you guys like Oud for Greatness from Initio, but you don't want to spend the money, guys, this is a great alternative. Is it going to be a, 1-to-1 carbon copy? In my opinion, no. It's somewhere in that 75, maybe 80 percentile range. I do get a bit more of a Baccarat Rouge 540 vibe with the Oud for Greatness, with the Oud for Glory. I don't so much. There is saffron in here, so it does does have that, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, in comparison with the Baccarat Rouge 540 and with the Oud for Greatness. But this is a bit warmer, a bit spicier. You do have to like oud. Obviously, that goes without saying, but it's not going to be a very animalic, very barnyardy, stanky kind of oud. It is on that more wearable style of oud. Very, oud friendly, I guess, if you will. But beast mode performance, very, very warm, spicy. You do get a bit of a sweetness with the saffron in here, but mainly you're gonna get that agar wood or the oud. So guys, definitely recommend this one. I want to say this is in that 45, between 35 and 45. I forgot exactly what I paid for it. I think it was like 42, somewhere in there, but under 50 bucks, guys. Beast mode performance, great for a fall date night, great for going out on the town. Be easy on the trigger because you will be the loudest guy in the room. Also with this one in particular, I don't know if it's just this particular fragrance or with Lattafa, don't let the first sniff deceive you. Mine was very, very weak and very, very, it almost seemed watered down. I actually messaged Jeremy about it. I was like, hey man, how's the performance on yours? And he's like, oh dude, it's beast mode, maybe spray it, give it a couple weeks. And so it's exactly what I did. Guys, this stuff will run you out of the room. Very, very strong, very, very good performing. So Oud for Glory definitely gets the gold star on that, and it had to be in this list. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. Be sure and comment down below what you thought of the list, guys. Let me know, would any of these fragrances have made your own, cheapie top 10? If not, be sure and comment down below. What are some of your favorite cheapie fragrances? Mine, like I said, from that $50 range and below, are technically under $50 and below. Really would be curious to see what you guys would think on that. Again, guys, get your nose on some of these, like the Mandarina Duck. No one talks about that. Get your nose on it. Get your nose on Mont Blanc Presence. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. Very, very good fragrances. So like I said, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to catch you in the comment section down below. I'm going to catch you on the next video. And remember, if you love it, wear it.